Breakout star Caitlin Clark's bodyguard
Sophie Cunningham has gone viral after saying this about Caitlin Clark.
And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What? When people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as fuck.
The way Caitlin Clark is being targeted is no longer just a theory, it's a deliberate strategy.
You cannot push aside your greatest assets. You can't take the spotlight off of them.
Some players don't just play the game, they change it. Caitlin Clark is one of those players.
Cunningham, Sophie, had enough. She eventually lost it after witnessing Caitlin Clark being singled out repeatedly.
Sophie said some very unapologetic things. The kind of things that have made her beloved by Fever fans.
And it was felt by the entire league. One message, one moment. Keep Caitlin safe. Leave a 100% in the comment section right now if you completely agree with her.
And it literally pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. We have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as fuck.
It might have appeared to be just another WNBA altercation from the outside.
Game after game, we've seen the same pattern. Cheap shots, hard fouls, and what looks like a relentless physical campaign against her.
However, there was much more going on during that widely shared exchange between Sophie Cunningham and a Connecticut Sun player. It was the culmination of weeks of tension building.
She protects Caitlin Clark in that Connecticut Sun game, throws J.C. Sheldon to the floor. That's when she became a viral sensation.
As many fans were well aware, Sophie had been watching. Like any other rookie, Caitlin Clark wasn't just getting roughed up. They were specifically targeting her. Sophie revealed everything. She stated unequivocally that she heard discussions about letting Caitlin know what the W is in locker rooms, particularly in Phoenix, before ever joining the Fever.
You have seen players in our league try to toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. CC. No, we're going to prove her. We're going to show her what the W really is.
Because of her prominence, influence, and popularity, players were openly plotting to degrade her and bring her down a level. Although Sophie stated that all rookies are put to the test, what is going on with her? It's simply too much. That wasn't only a grievance. It was a warning from one of the league's fiercest and most vocal players. According to Sophie, Caitlin turns away games into home games and attracts crowds everywhere.
Make no mistake, Indiana Fever, all these people viewing these games, all these people showing up to your arena, they're showing up there for Caitlin Clark. It's a miracle. Some of those games without Caitlin Clark that don't involve the Fever are actually getting 600,000 views.
And continues to enter venues while being treated as though she hasn't merited her spot. She bluntly stated that it was personal, targeted, and unlike anything she had ever witnessed.
It's just too much.
It's too much, says Sophie Cunningham.
It was more than simply a struggle for Caitlin. They were harassing her.
But there's just more for her. I'm over. And if I'm saying it's too much, then it's probably too much.
Additionally, Sophie did more than just talk when the Connecticut game went too far. She took action.
When the Indiana Fever played the Connecticut Sun, this wasn't just another game. It was the moment the WNBA's problem was laid bare for everyone to see. As Clark, visibly upset and still in pain, pushing Sheldon away, the situation exploded.
A harsh foul became a declaration.
Last second intrusive thoughts. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And at first I just tried to hold her and put her, grab her. Just let me explain.
Sorry.
I know what it looked like. I got her, but at the very end, and I'm not saying this is what caused it, but she dipped a little bit.
Yeah.
But she did dip. And then right when I saw, I was like, oh shit, my bad. Not really my bad. And then they both came at me. I was like, fuck it.
The fine didn't matter to her. Didn't flinch.
Did you get fined for that?
Yeah, $900,
Oh.
which our fines are.
Didn't retreat. Why? Because it was time for someone to take a position and express what everyone else was thinking. Enough is enough. Caitlin's response, even in the changing room, was rather telling. She turned and murmured, finally, to Sophie. Everything was demonstrated by that one word. No teammate had done that before. In response, Sophie said, "I got you."
But in the locker room, I think she was like, finally, finally someone else. I was like, dude, I got you.
The entire Fever squad came together in that moment, which did more than just deliver a message.
Sophie Cunningham was not worried about hurting any feelings.
It wasn't just a foul. A stand was made. What Sophie Cunningham revealed off the court is much more shocking than what she did on the court. This went beyond a single altercation, infraction, or viral video. Regarding Caitlin Clark, it was about a whole WNBA culture that tolerates and occasionally even promotes an unsettling double standard. Furthermore, Sophie dared to speak what others would not.
I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're going to show her what the W really is.
She exposed the truth by pulling back the veil. Caitlin was receiving more than just a warm welcome to the league. No other rookie had ever been put to the test as she was. Sophie also made sure we understood that it went beyond merely being a tough defense or having a competitive mentality. It was intimate. She stated it directly. "I am aware of the conversations Phoenix had in their changing area. We will demonstrate her. We will demonstrate to her the true nature of the W." Consider that for a moment. A whole locker room conspiracy to degrade one athlete.
And why?
Since she altered the rules of the game. Because arenas were sold out by her. As she earns more money from headlines than any other player in the league. Sophie didn't mince words.
Just about the welcome to the league moments that rookies often face. And into this void that Sophie Cunningham has finally stepped armed with the truth.
She acknowledged that there is resentment and jealousy in the air that has escalated into violence. She also pointed it out. She simply deserves more. Sophie didn't stop there, though. She also addressed the officials directly.
Opponents grab, hold, and push her long after the ball is gone. And they fight through screens with a physicality that often sends her to the floor, and a lot of time, there's no whistle.
It was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And
that the referees had not been protecting the star player of the WNBA.
She described how Caitlin's blatant fouls went unnoticed.
Who else I say WNBA, I know you say W, talks about who shits on refs besides you?
How she and other team members were continuously jostled while the referee watched.
The first half,
Full body chested.
by 3 people.
Yeah.
Like 2 people, they're like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, if that was anyone else, I would have been booted out of the game. I don't even have a leash. I just have a freaking collar and a hand on it.
Who else in the WNBA? I ask. I am aware that you say W discusses people other than you who enjoy trash on references. I would be kicked out if it had been someone else. I don't even have a leash, she declared. All I have is a hand on it and a collar.
And with that comes the daily scrutiny.
She wasn't merely being dramatic. They were brutally truthful. She brought out the inconsistency of the officiating, the lack of accountability, and the way that celebrities like Caitlin are left on their own while the league profits from their notoriety. Sophie also attacked the narratives in the media. Although tabloids like Caitlin for the clicks, they are quick to disparage her whenever she displays emotion or self-assurance. And that means the scrutiny every day. In the media, she has even been disparaged by other WNBA players, most notably Kelsey Plum. However, rather than applauding the development Caitlin brought about, they put doubt on her, say snarky things, or minimize her influence. Sophie expressed her annoyance openly. She referred to it as clickbait clout chasing. It's straightforward.
But I just hate that because, why can't people just be nice?
Then she revealed her harshest reality. Since this is what our league has always desired, I simply detest that. Who matters who receives the credit then? You're profiting from her, if you're clever. Like a hammer, that statement struck. Sophie wasn't merely standing up for Caitlin. She was pointing up a discrepancy in the league. Those who are refusing to publicly support Caitlin are the same athletes, groups, and executives profiting from her fame. They sell shirts, increase ratings, and attract crowds by using her name.
WNBA players who've been in the league before Caitlin Clark came, they're the old guards.
The old guards are WNBA players that were in the league before Caitlin Clark arrived. However, when it comes to shielding her, either by remaining silent or, worse, by providing shade. Sophie admitted that the fans are watching everything, which is the toughest part.
That we want to sustain the growth and the interest level in the franchise. I mean, this is about the Indiana Fever. Yes, we have a foundational player in Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston, and, we're going to continue to add to that. But I want this team to be the leader in the country and, a brand, an enduring brand, like Apple or something. I mean, we have a real opportunity here.
The children donning her jersey, the families who paid to watch her play, and the new audiences Caitlin attracted. People are being turned off by the bullying, rudeness, and double standards they witness. Sophie's.
The Indiana Fever president that has deactivated her Twitter account. This team could blow a massive opportunity.
You are alienating the people who are trying to save your league if you don't defend its reputation. Sophie did more than simply stand up for Caitlin. She presented the league with a mirror.
You piss off this fan base and Caitlin Clark leaves, it's lights out. You're being warned by the fan base right now.
You are alienating the people who are trying to save your league if you don't defend its reputation. Sophie did more than simply stand up for Caitlin. She presented the league with a mirror.